If I represent, yo.
I was gonna write you an email, but I'm a little drunk and spelling is a sober person's game. So I feel I owe you explanation. I'm sorry. Explanation.
Welcome back, agents and believers. This is the impeccable Agent X7. Not quite an international man of mystery, but I'm working on it. With me, as always, is the lovely, the sorceress of the screen, the mage, the master mage, and, of course, the princess of Packies, Lilith Draco.
Hi, welcome back.
So,
It's been a while.
it has been a while, and I figure we should let the viewers know that we both have been on various assignments. One of us had to defeat the stone men from Saturn, who are they were 10 millimeters long and infested him in a very painful area.
Excellent.
So
I got to hear all about that area too. It was wonderful. Glorious.
Lilith, of course, is back obtaining her second doctorate in xenobiology after the first one of xenoarchaeology.
That's right. Oh, that's a new koozie.
I got this from my sister, Edith R. It's handmade, I believe, from Peru.
Oh, she didn't make it?
No.
Oh, it's cute though.
A Peruvian Incan or whatever tribe was down there before the Spanish ruined everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's of course a cat. I don't have I have a kind of gray cat, but not a gray one. It's holding my Bierce, which is the Zonker.
Nice.
Stout.
That was going to be my next question. What are you drinking tonight?
It's from Wyoming. It's a 6% to start me out. So.
Did you pre-grade?
No, I did not. I was involved with gassy women. So, on my other assignment.
That was not me. I did pre-grade, so I'm not the gassy woman.
What are you drinking tonight in your Star Trek glass?
Tonight, I am drinking a Voodoo Ranger. The last time I went to the liquor store, because of where I live, there was not a huge selection. This was the best selection. It's okay. It's a 7%er.
We like sevens.
7. Nah, no. I prefer higher than 7.
Well, do you have a higher than 7 for a second Bierce?
No, that's all I have. That's all I'm drinking today. Is because there wasn't a big selection at the liquor store. Thank you, this state.
Well, where could you find a beer that, say, is a 10%? Do you know of any place nearby?
In Colorado at Avery Brewing Company.
There might actually be a 6-pack in the fridge.
Sweet.
So.
And at X7's house is where I can find it.
Here in Fossil Bed, Colorado.
That's right.
I have a deadly beer in there that I've been afraid to drink, 23% stout. Been saving
You
that.
didn't pull it out for this episode, this welcome back episode.
Well, the other one, the next one is one that I really like. This one I'm scared of because.
Tell me it's 7.
Well, it's
Get
also
it together.
We're not in the grocery store. You can't say that.
That was a good day. Getting tipsy and going to the grocery store. People laughed.
At 12 in the morning, at 12 noon. Or it might have been 11:30.
Probably. I got there around then.
Speaking of Maharajas,
Yes. Maha. I love my
So-
Mahas.
I know you do. You know what I discovered when I was sampled that one before I saw the Spider-Man movie.
Mm.
And I sampled one at the pizzeria, and it went down really smooth. I mean, it's not bitter
Yes.
at first, but I'd had more than just a sip of a sip of yours, and
Right.
it bounces back. That bitter comes back to get you, doesn't it?
Yes.
You didn't.
Yes.
You neglected to mention that.
I didn't think
'Cause
you'd ever
little-
actually like get a sample and try it.
Well,
I know your beer flavors now. Your beer
well,
tastes.
yeah, I mean, but it's it's one of those that I could sample. The samples I've had, the tiny little slices, have
Mhm.
been acceptable, and it's not that it goes down poor. I just wasn't prepared for a resplendent amount of bitter to come right back at me.
To circle around and hit you right in the mouth.
Well, and it's a 10%er. That's a fair amount.
For an IPA, yes.
For an
Yes.
IPA, that's pretty heavy duty. And
Yeah, it is.
they're apparently very popular because they sell at every store
Yep.
here in Fossil Bed and the whole state of Colorado.
They're popular all year
they-
long.
They legalized selling beers and recently started selling wine. I would assume that hard alcohol's next, but they don't have a big selection because half of it's seltzers and so. But every store, this one, the Kroger, the King Supers, or Safeway / Albertsons, Walmart, they all have the exact same beer selection because they don't have enough room.
Right.
And there's always Avery's always well represented, and there's always the Maha is always in there. So you can't throw a stone without getting a Maha. There's 3 stores right around here that you could walk to right now. I could walk to.
Nice.
It would be a trek.
It would be a little bit of a trek, yes.
Yes. So, but I'm sorry that your stupid state. At least you found the Bigfoot. So,
Yes. Yes, but that was like 45 minutes away
well, it's better than
where I found that.
slightly better than 8 hours.
True. All right, so dude behind you, what's his name?
Okay, this is the Stegosaurus stenops. Now, Agent M, my sainted mother, read us a story many years, has always called the Stegosaurus George. It's a George
Okay.
because of this book. She read this to us back when I was a wee agent. So it's by Evelyn Sibley Lampman. Evelyn Sibley Lampman. So it's the shy Stegosaurus of Cricket Creek. Cricket Creek, I think, is allegedly in Wyoming. I don't think it's a real place because nothing in Wyoming is that great. But these 2 children who are twins, and I don't remember their names, and I'm not going to read the book. They accidentally, one of them is about to get bitten by a rattlesnake, a harmless rattlesnake that they've irritated. Stupid children. And the Stegosaurus steps on it and squishes it. So they make friends. Somehow the Stegosaurus can speak English and knows he's a Stegosaurus.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a name, so the kids give him a list of names, and he chooses the name George. So back when we read this story, George, there's a sequel that I haven't read in years, but George is the name of the Stegosaurus. So this George here is actually from the 1964 World's Fair. It toured around the country, and I believe I saw it in about. It's one of my earliest memories is seeing these gigantic, because I was a wee agent.
Right.
Back, seeing these gigantic creatures, models, towering over me. But there were, this is in my book, and I don't remember how many there were anymore. But once the fair was over, they got scattered to various parts of the country. And they found George and brought him over. He's been up at Dinosaur National Monument, the visitor center. And he'd been painted several times, and since 2015, before that, probably 2014, the work to restore him to his natural, the one that was the original paint job. Whether or not it's true, we'll never know until we can. Jurassic Park is not real till we can clone a
Right.
dinosaur and find out. Well, we saw this. This picture is from 2016, I believe.
Yes.
So
Yes,
2016.
the fall of 2016. And I have been there since. I was actually there about a month ago, and he is still there. I will actually insert a picture the way he currently looks here.
Kazam! And we're back. It's good. Wanda isn't the only one that can do magic around here.
You and Wanda.
Neil, I'm sorry.
Vision. Oh, I hate that story. Anyway, let's move on.
Have I gone on enough about dinosaurs? I mean,
Yeah, I'm probably going to cut a lot of this out.
okay. But you're gonna leave that in. I cut a whole bunch of this out because you just gibber jabbered.
You are jibber jabbering about jibber jabbering.
See me rolling on the Segway. So I think that the next topic is our questions, our get to know us questions, because it's been a
Yeah.
minute.
It
So
has.
now we have to decide who asks the first questions. I have this strange feeling I'm gonna lose, but I have this premonition. But I guess we'll find out.
Okay.
I feel like
And
it's
to do this, we're going to play rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. Try saying that while tipsy.
I'd like you to explain how it works. And now you've just inserted into the Sheldon thing, haven't you?
Well, I was thinking about it, but then I was thinking, do I even know? Have I watched it recently? Okay, so
Should I go get the shirt so we can reference it?
paper beats rock. Rock, what does he say?
Well, paper,
I know rock crashes lizard.
as always.
Lizard, scissors decapitates lizard.
I thought lizard
Paper
poison.
disproves Spock.
Lizard poison. I thought lizard poison Spock.
Paper disproves.
No,
I
paper
don't know. Go get your shirt. Go get your shirt.
Agent 7 is AFK. Okay, so let's see what have we got here.
Okay, what is it?
Oh,
Why that
that's
one?
not right. We try that again.
Yep.
Oh,
There it is.
that doesn't help.
Green
Does
for
it?
T-shirt. Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock.
I can't make heads or
Spock
tails. out of that.
smashes scissors. Scissors cuts paper. Paper
Disproves Spock.
paper covers rock. Oh, you disappeared. Rock crushes lizard. Lizard. I can't read that. Poisons Spock.
Yeah.
Spock vaporizes rock. Rock crushes scissors. Scissors decapitates lizard. Lizard eats paper.
Does anything actually win?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not
Well,
like one solid winner.
all right.
Beats something and something else beats it.
Okay.
And there's only a couple people playing, so whoever gets
we know what I'm gonna pick.
we all know what you're gonna pick.
I'd be obstinate, but then we'd be doing it all night, and
I know. Okay.
nobody wants to watch that.
Well, there might be one. Okay, ready?
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock.
Does lizard poison Spock?
Yes. So you
Yes!
said.
I win!
Hands up, who's surprised?
No, not me.
Well, no, because you told me I had to pick Spock.
I didn't tell you that. I just knew you would. You tried to act like you wouldn't. You're like the guys on the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, but I'm a real person.
They're real people. I've known them.
Well, for over 12 years. All right.
Not
So,
the characters, but people in real life that are the characters.
so before we do the questions, so do you want to go first or do you want to go second?
I'll ask first. Not that
Oh.
it's a big deal who actually won, other than I now have the rights to say I won. I beat you. I got my notes.
I got mine right here.
Because notes come in handy when one has been drinking.
Because reading is a sober person's game.
It is. So is speaking.
Well, we haven't heard anything about a professor recently
Nope.
of orgasmal science.
All science is orgasmal.
Apparently so.
Okay,
That's why it's called the Big Bang.
that's
We
right.
should record it. Oh, did we record that?
Oh, we're recording.
This is beers 2 for me.
Nice.
This is called the Big Yeti. Now,
Okay.
Yeti is a local beers here in
Mhm.
not in Fossilbed, but in Colorado. It's by Great Divide, which I think occasionally does collaborations with someplace up in 1840. The Big Yeti, though, their regular Yeti is a 70 IBU, which is
Technically, we're stuck in 1847.
okay. The IBU is International Bitter Units. One of us really likes bitter units.
Yeah, we want them really high. Really
Like
high.
Bigfoot's like an 80 or 90 or a.
Yes,
the
it's
first
great.
one- Ugh.
So what's
It's-
the Yeti?
The Yeti.
The Bigfoot cousin.
That's a good question. I don't actually know
The
what this,
inferior cousin.
but it's a 13.5%. I don't actually know what the IB. It doesn't say it does. Reading's a sober person's game. I could look it up if we really need to know.
So my second beers is another Voodoo Ranger. Because my liquor store doesn't get in a big selection, and this was the best that they had. I'm not bitter by any means, but whatever.
There's some bitter to that. The regular Yeti, not this one, is a 9.5, which is 70 IBU. I don't know what this is, but the 13.5 makes up for a lot of bitterness. I bet if I dropped a
Dropped a what? Dropped a what? Dropped a what?
a shot of Jameson in it. Well, we would be finishing this, but okay. Well, are we ready?
Yes. I'm going to ask you your first question. All right. So, Agent X7, we all know that you go on assignments all over the place. As a tourist, where would you like to go back to? What place is on the top of your list to visit as a tourist?
Well, it's pretty, there's lots of places and you can't go everywhere. Not even
Right.
on the world traveler that I am can visit the world. There's too much. It's just big. However, I would have to say I'd like a place that has less intrigue in it. Well, I just shot that one. I think I would like to go to up to Manitoba and visit their Badlands fossil beds there, visit their museums again, and be able to spend some time, quality time there instead of chasing people who are stealing fossils. That's where, yes, that would be lovely.
Nice.
Plus I could use my faux Canadian accent there. They wouldn't know. Would drive Lilith crazy, but.
Absolutely drives Lilith crazy.
Okay, so Lilith.
Oh no.
I know the one I assigned you, but and this one was just a singular, but I think I'll amend it a tiny bit. Nothing
Okay.
nothing obnoxiously, but what is your spirit animal? But if you have more than one, you could name them. And then why is it your spirit animal?
So I thought long and hard about this one. And I have realized that I do have two spirit animals. One is the hippopotamus. And that is because they don't like you, but they will fuck you up. I mean, they won't eat you, but they will fuck you up. They're assholes that way. And I can be an asshole like that. Yeah, if I don't like you, you know, get off my land. Get out of my pool. Get out of my pond.
Get off my lawn.
That's right. The second one is the wonderful, extraordinary Pachycephalosaurus. And that is because they are butt heads just like me. I am a butt head. So they kind of actually work well together. The hippo and the Pachy.
They were
or the Stygimoloch or the Draco Rex.
Ooh, you mean Pachycephalosaurus wyomingensis, right?
Yep. I finally saw one up close and personal. I have been searching for years and years to find a fossil up close and personal, and I did it. And it was great. And everyone in the damn museum heard that moment that I saw it.
You are stealing my thunder. You're taking this away from me. You planned this. You did.
I did not.
I should have seen this coming. But I'm glad you did.
It will take you down every time. But it was a glorious moment. And most of the pictures I took were of those two fossils. Mm-hmm.
But did they have a baby there with them, like what I had up earlier?
No, they were the same age.
Geez, you would just die if
They were Packies.
If you had a baby there.
Stygimoloch.
So cute and fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
What was her name in that movie? Aggie? The girl that liked in Despicable Me, the girl that liked unicorns, the little one.
Agnes?
Yes.
No.
I think it was Agnes. They got the weirdest names for those girls.
I don't remember. It's been a while.
And it'll be a while. We have to stay away from Despicable Me.
No, we don't. All right. Are we ready for questions number 2? So, X7, what is your earliest memory of superheroes?
That is an excellent question. My father.
Prepare yourself, folks. He's going to go on and on and on forever.
I don't have to go on and on, but
You
I can
will.
tell you my earliest there were two. The one I remember distinctly is watching this 1967 Spider-Man cartoon with the greatest theme song possibly ever in the whole world that someone has been known to play at an open mic. And
Once or twice.
Oh, the very first one he ever did. But watching it with my father, I can actually remember, I remember feeling beard stubble. So, and Spider-Man's been in my life since I was a wee agent. And then the other one was, of course, the 1966, although probably I didn't see the first one because I was 2-ish. The 1966 Batman show, because I've watched that since about the same time. So Batman and Spider-Man are the two superheroes I've known the longest. Now, if you want other stories about when comic books came in, etc., I can tell you that, but
No, just your earliest memories.
he said keep it short.
I said your
So those
earliest memories, not the progression of everything.
The other memory is of Star Trek and that theme song. So that's a bonus. So there you go. Batman,
Star
Spider-Man.
Trek in the theme song?
Yeah, because my father loved Star Trek and my mom loved
Oh.
Mr. Spock. Still does.
So, but that was part of those memories with the
Well,
superheroes.
it's all those 3 theme songs are like visceral. Get a hold of me. Doesn't matter. Especially the Batman one and the Star Trek one.
Bonus
And,
question.
cheater.
Can you hum the Star Trek theme song on the spot?
I'm not loud enough. I don't think it's loud enough to catch on
Try
my.
again. Lean in. Lean in.
Okay, this is working.
And what musical instrument did they use for that?
It's a theremin. Hello.
There you go.
Everybody knows that. Space. I could
Yeah,
do that.
that's after Big Bang Theory. I didn't know that before Big Bang Theory.
There's a fascinating documentary about the theremin itself.
Is it fascinating or fascinating to you?
Well, it's a music. It's about the actual instrument and how it was created. So yeah, I don't know. I liked it. It's very interesting because of how it was developed. Because it's a weird. It's a true weird instrument.
It is.
I mean, you don't touch it.
Right. You hover over. As I learned in the Big Bang Theory. Thank you, Sheldon Cooper.
And the string player in me just about said something super obnoxious. So controlled that you didn't need to hear. So
No, I did, but
I don't know.
you robbed me of that. Thank you very much.
And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We're jerks.
Yeah, I know. You're a butthead like me.
Thank you,
But it
Connie,
is.
for pointing that out.
Yes.
Okay, my turn.
Yes.
On question 2 still. All right. Question 2. I almost skipped to question 3.
Oh,
Lilith,
don't do that. Yes.
non-dangerous assignments.
Yes.
I would like to know what would be the martial arts weapon, not a gun, because anyone can shoot.
Right.
It takes skill to shoot well, but anyone can shoot. What martial arts weapon would you like to master most to defend yourself or help protect your dig or people from your team? Well,
So the
it
weapon
happens.
I actually would want to master is the mace.
Ooh, excellent choice as well.
I think any direction, any swing of it, any of that, it's still long enough. I can guard myself against it. I think that's just going to do some damage. You can find some really gnarly maces that's just going to fuck people up.
Because you can get spikes or bumps or depending
Right.
on. Excellent choice.
Yes.
And again,
So
you'll get one to
mace.
fit you. That's the important thing.
Right.
You're
Still
comfortable.
will have some reach. It'll still, yeah. That's my weapon.
Yeah, and that'll block a lot of, depending on the size of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can always do the surprise spikes that come out at the last minute.
That's right. That's right.
Excellent
Right.
answer.
Thank
Excellent.
you.
Party on, Lilith.
Yes. All right. On to question number 3.
Can't even taste the bitter now.
Nice. What is the worst movie you have ever seen?
Okay, so that's a loaded question because a lot of people think cheap movies are bad. I've always thought boring movies are bad. So I can name about 5 of them I saw, but I'll go with the Talented Mr. Ripley because that movie did nothing and went nowhere, and I want my 2.5 hours back. It starred, I think Matt Damon was in it, and it's based.
I never saw it.
Ugh,
So I
well, you
would
didn't
know.
miss it. It was based on a series of books, so maybe something happened in the books where this guy is a chameleon who he keeps killing people and taking on their personas.
Okay.
But it was super frustrating because he was completely unlikable. They don't have like a good guy. It just made no sense. No sense. It was superbly acted, incredibly well shot, and nothing happened.
120 minutes of wrong.
Oh, Green Lantern is way better than that movie. Which
That
is
was
also,
114 minutes of wrong.
is that the director's cut or the special edition? Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know. I didn't see either.
I will watch Green Lantern again before I ever watch that movie. So that's going to be the one I choose. And you know me, I love movies that most people consider bad.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know.
Okay. Oh, my turn.
I mean, I could go on again.
No, it's my turn. Okay, so there's only there's only pretty much one thing from Texas you like. And
Texas. I know what that is.
yeah. So
King of the Hill.
yeah.
Hank
Where
Hill.
we sell propane and propane
Okay.
accessories if your grades are good enough. You know what?
Why do drugs when you can mow a lawn?
I just found out that Tom Petty was the voice of Lucky. I never knew that.
Oh, I knew that.
Luann's lazy ass husband, who I hated.
Yep.
Okay,
I
but
knew
that
that.
question has nothing to do with Tom Petty.
No.
So, Hank Hill, I believe this was a cliffhanger. It's been a minute since I've seen any of them. What happened when Hank Hill smoked his first joint?
He thought it was a cigarette. It tasted funny.
Oh.
And through conversation, he found out it was weed. He panics the way Hank Hill always does, and he then tries to vomit. But as we all know, vomiting doesn't do anything.
Not when it's got in your blood.
Not when you smoke it and inhale it.
What was going on when that happened?
That I don't remember. I remember him being in some random apartment, but I don't remember the situation.
The murder of Buck's mistress.
Ah.
And he was the witness. And then it was a two-parter. I think it might have been a cliffhanger.
Okay.
It's been a minute, but I think it had something to do with that.
I didn't remember that. I remembered the scene, but it's also been a minute for me since I've watched it. So
at some point,
I need
Cliff
to
and I will
watch
be
it again.
and talking about
Oh yeah,
King of the Hill. Dang it, Bobby.
love King of the Hill. Love King of the Hill.
Oh, you can't teach Texas. You got to grow up there.
Two things great came out of Texas: King of the Hill and Texas sheet cake.
Well, it's buttermilk brownies if you don't want to use the Texas sheet cake.
It's Texas sheet cake. All right. Question number 4. Is that where we're at?
Yes.
Okay. We've all seen Friends. We all know the storylines and what happens. We all have our favorite characters. And one of us is exactly like one of the characters, X7.
Monica.
As you have previously gone on and on about paleontology, Ross.
Do we have to talk about Packies a little more?
I didn't go on and on about Packies, but you have gone on and on about dinosaurs.
Okay, all right.
Ross.
And yes, I admit it. I mean, I go on about dinosaurs. I deny Ross. I deny it. Deny.
I don't. Everyone knows. So here's my question.
Nobody at work. Yes, everybody knows. Yeah, that's it.
Were Ross and Rachel really on a break?
Okay, do I need to preface this at how much I hate Rachel? Rachel, Lois Lane, Lucy Van Pelt, and Miss Piggy are the evilest women in the world. So, yes, they were on a break.
That's not the question. You don't like Rachel, but the actual question, regardless of feelings of either character, were they actually on a break?
Oh yeah, 100%. Rachel said so, right out of her mouth.
She said she needed a break.
Exactly, they're on a break. It's like Penny and Leonard didn't break up. Penny dumped Leonard. Leonard could sleep with Dr. Slut Bunny anytime he wanted to.
That's
right. She dumped him. She can't judge him.
Right.
Screw both those women at that time.
Once that
And Rachel
relationship is over, you have no say of when and where and what that other person does.
Exactamundo.
You can have your feelings about what they do, and that's valid and fine. That's your feelings, but you were broken up. You have no say, and you can't hang that over their head if you are no longer together. But
When was
Rachel
that?
absolutely did for the rest of the seasons.
Because Ross is.
They were on a break. Ross was in the right.
He was, for a change, because he rarely was.
Right.
Not knowing when to stop talking.
I laughed
Well,
at all the characters, but I think I laughed at Ross the most.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
And when Phoebe, played with Ross in science.
I've seen you laugh with Phoebe pretty hard. Carrot cake.
Yeah, carrot cake. Now it just says carrot cake. I laughed at them all, but
you
Ross
laughed pretty
had
hard.
great moments.
Well, yes, but yeah, they were on a break. Freaking Rachel. Hate her so much.
Hey, you
Don't even
dated
get me
Rachel.
started on Lois Lane.
You dated a few Rachels, so you can't say anything.
I can't sew. I've learned my lesson.
Have you?
Who have I dated in the last like 10 years? I mean, the last Rachel was the last Rachel.
True.
So,
But that doesn't mean there won't be Rachel still in the future.
That's on you to stop me. It really is. I'm giving it to you. I'm over it.
All right.
I have figured, well, anyway, we're just going to let's just be that as it may. Did you have an hour and 5 minutes into our conversation that I would say that for the first time?
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
question
so-
4.
Hey.
4. All right, so I thought this was interesting because
This was interesting. This was a hard one.
I don't know that we've ever really discussed musicians like that. So, Lilith, if you could be a rock star for a day, you don't have to live the lifestyle for, and kill yourself with drugs.
Right.
If you could be a rock star for a day, who would you be?
So this one was really hard because I know female rock stars. So I don't ever put myself in a male position. Just
Yeah,
that's not how my brain works.
You want to be 50 Cent, don't you?
Well, no, with him, but not him.
Is he still relevant?
I know he was doing acting for a while. I don't know if he was in the Super Bowl halftime show, not this last Super Bowl, but the year before.
Yeah, didn't watch it.
This one was hard because I really, really don't know. Overall, in general, I'm not drawn to female artists like that.
Right.
I tend to listen to more male groups, artists, things. So this one, I really had a hard time coming up with anybody because I just really don't care. So with the spotlight on me, I'm going to say Nancy Sinatra. Because
Okay,
how could you?
excellent.
Huh?
Excellent.
I
I was
love
not expecting that
I
answer.
love Boots. I love that song Boots. I will sing it at
you love what song?
karaoke.
What was that song
Boots.
again?
Boots.
Okay.
Boots.
I'm too drunk to give you the look for that, but it's there. You could just know it.
I mean, she had a great voice. She was the daughter of Frank Sinatra. How could you beat that? It's just, so that's who I would choose.
Excellent. I like that. That's a good choice. I was not expecting that. I didn't know what to expect. I thought you might say Bonnie Tyler just because of the one song. Thank you, Bo and Hope. But not
Hope
that
and Hope.
I watched Days of Our Lives.
Oh, no, not at all.
That's not me.
You don't know who Marlena or John is, or Bo and Hope, or
We're not going to talk about Doc and
Stefano, or
No, she was Electra Woman, Okay, my turn here.
no, you just had a turn.
Oh, it is your turn. All right, so it actually is your turn.
It is my turn.
And you.
So, go ahead.
No, yeah, I'm stomping on
won.
your toes. Lo siento.
I won. Yeah. All right. So this question's a little bit different. This is going to be about me, not about you. Just to see, if you remember this conversation and, this little tidbit about me. What is my biggest regret?
Well,
I know there could be quite a few, but there is
yeah.
one in particular that
Oh.
then branches out to some other things, but
yeah, that was tough because I don't remember a conversation about your biggest regret. I know several of your regrets. One of them was that I did not tell you about Zoltan, but that was not one of my regrets.
right.
But as far as your regrets, see, I don't know what's going to make if it's wrong, you can cut it out. But the first thing I thought of was getting married so young. So young. Second thought was you were a kid when you were, that's rough. Let's go with as far as Lilith's greatest regret, your greatest regret might be not going to college and getting a degree in what you love the most.
Yes.
I'm going to go with that.
That is my biggest regret.
And I'm not laughing.
That's my biggest regret.
Because you did not get that, but because we really know each other well.
And that was because of the way I was taught.
Well, that was almost my second.
Mormonism is the root of any regret I have is Mormonism. Now, I didn't have a choice for that,
No,
but that is what triggered all of my regrets now that I know better.
Yes. That was my second. That was actually my second one. So, yeah, which just makes me sad for you for that. But you are the person you are now, and I would not trade you for the world.
Well, thank you.
Says your partner in crime.
Yes. So you are correct. Way to go.
Okay.
You know me.
A little bit, just a little bit. Okay, so
I may not know you quite as well.
well, this is a little obscure.
Nervous for this question.
I'm just laughing because of what I'm about to do. Well, so Lilith, I had an imaginary friend as a child. What kind of animal was she? And for a bonus point, what was her name?
So I had an initial, I get it, thanks. I had an initial thought about that. And then I wanted to clarify the question. When you say your favorite animal, what classification or kind does that include?
The swimming kind. Thank you, Shannon.
Oh, crap. My mind just went blank.
Okay.
I know it's a dinosaur.
The long neck swimming kind. Does that help?
Brontosaurus.
Now you're just coitusing with me.
Ichthyosaur.
They don't have necks. They look like dolphins, except with vertical tails. Both were discovered by Mary Anning, by the way.
All right, so I really actually thought a little T-Rex. I know that's wrong. And I would have no idea what the name is.
Okay, well, it's all right. That was a little obscure, and I probably mentioned it, but
Like once.
so the swimming animal I like because she looks like a.
Megalodon.
That's a shark. Where have I failed?
All over.
It's the Elasmosaurus. And that is a swimming dinosaur. A swimming.
Swimming dinosaur.
No. She was a plesiosaur of the plesiosaur family, but an Elasmosaurus. They have long, long, long necks and these really mouths with sharp teeth for fish.
So I know the little swimming dinosaur that you're talking about, but I would never remember the actual name. You have a little toy of it.
I have several of them.
Yes, you do.
I
did a video
there's
for
no
you
video,
with
yes.
your super
and made
cool,
fun
awesome.
of me the whole time.
Right.
But her name was Cynthia.
Why Cynthia?
I was 7.
Did it just pop in? Oh, it's Cynthia.
It's what she told me it was. Much like Calvin didn't name Hobbes. Hobbes told him he was Hobbes. Right. I don't know. So I knew that would be obscure and a little difficult, but I didn't want to give you an easy one. But I didn't want to give you. Right. I think I've mentioned it, but I don't remember either because there's a point. I'm ridiculously awesome. I'm leaning here.
You always start leaning
I think
going like to the top of the frame when you get intoxicated.
I think I've stayed in frame pretty well this time.
You have, but you're now just the alcohol is starting to catch up with you. That's why you were leaning. After leaning, your next step is to get close and go high. I know how you get drunk. You haven't used pointers yet, though. That's great.
Who got me drunk the most?
Me, thank you. You're welcome.
You and the band.
Just a splash of Coke in with your Jameson.
Frickin' liar. Why do I believe you? I have your best.
I don't know.
I'm Lilith.
I'm sweet and innocent and would never ever lie to you.
I'm as pure as the driven snow.
I am.
Boy, did I learn that lesson. Well, I believe
those were good questions.
Yeah, I thought those were good. Good. I did steal it from Wayne's World, and that made me laugh really hard when I thought of it.
Wait, which one? Oh. That's awesome. I'm gonna start playing with you like that now.
You did with the Brontosaurus. I'm in hell.
Brontosaurus.
2 different animals now. The Brontosaurus is separate again. You really want to go into that right now?
Well, I mean, we've already spent so much time talking about dinosaurs.
So let's wrap this up. Woo! I don't know that I have a proper ending. So I would say we really appreciate you all for watching us and happy to have you back. We're happy to be back. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, please. Remember,
I don't have a remember. Should I steal Hobbes again or Calvin and be careful or be roadkill?
No, do a different one. This is your one job. Your one job to do an intro and an outro.
I got the intro, Princess of Peckies. But remember, life will find a way.
You already did.
Thank you.
One.
What's that?
Did you already did that one? But that's okay. It'll
did
work.
I did not do that.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, well, you're a clever.
Oh, maybe you did it.
Clever girl.
I don't remember now. It was a year ago.
I don't think I did that one before. I looked her in the eye, right? Well.
Oh yeah, that was great. Be
careful, or you could get slimed.
I like the other one. Life will find a way.
She's coitusing with me, people.
Absolutely.
And scene.
I got beer.
I got bottled breast milk.
Why don't we start with the beer?
Okay.
Do you like the beer?
I do. I do. Although it's actually a lager.
Huh. What's the difference between beer and lager?
I don't know. We could look it up.